They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
I got him. Hey, Charlie.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, box truck.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton, and it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Hey, 4 down.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Hey, Orbit.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. 47's the mic, boys. 47. Check, 47.
Throwing now is Carr. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all playing the wrong foot.
Here's Carr. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
That's very well timed. There defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Who's that?
93.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Lock to throw on 2nd down. He'll let this go deep for a pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
First down, Broncos.
Down. 60 or. Let's go. Check three.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards there, 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. From 13 yards out. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. In on the tackle, the former All-Pro Chris Harris.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Carr. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Come to my work. Hey, exit. We want it. Come to my work. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Now Carr. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Well, week 1 finally wrapping up here tonight, but more football coming your way Thursday night. It'll be the Buccaneers and Panthers in an early season NFC South battle in Charlotte. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
A pass complete here to Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 1st down, it's Freeman. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion. But he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Locke. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Ready. 55. Check 55. Mike. Record. Say.
A carry for the Northern California native, Devontae Booker. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Brings up 4th down.
Well, the Broncos had 15 4th down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here.
Team 6. Team 6.
Lock to throw for it on fourth. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. They'll run here with Freeman. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Again, it'll be Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here we go. 30 base.
Here we go. Watch the pass.
6-6. Pull it high. Snap.
Block now on third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Royce Freeman there to make the grab. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Crowell. The broken tackle couldn't create a ton of space. He'll be taken down just beyond the 35-yard line. The Pro Bowler, Chris Harris, is in on the tackle. On 2nd and 7, Carr dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
To throw, it's Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 7. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Block now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And McManus able to put it through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we have reached halftime here in the final game of opening weekend 2019. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Bravo. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check.
Carr now to throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Hey, wahoo! Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Easy. Kill. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Yeah.
To throw again. Carr. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow a ball finds its way back to him.
Atoned for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
You gonna see me in your nightmares.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Burrow on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 22-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Here's Locke to throw. And that's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And that takes us from second to third down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and 8. Throwing his Locke on third down. And he comes back with one complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
At their own 22-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 22.
6-18.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. All day. All day.
Express. 93. 93.
Check Mike 47. Check.
Hey, Delta.
Here we go. 47's the Mike, boys. 47. Check.
Here's Carr to throw. It's caught by Crowell. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
180.
Don't get nervous.
Now Carr. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The man who won a Super Bowl MVP award across the bay in Santa Clara, Von Miller, able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Carr in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Von Miller, his second sack of the night.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up first and 10.
Tighten up.
On first down, Locke. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second. Down.
Incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Lock again here on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Echo.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A gain there of 21 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw it is Locke. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. This is caught. It's Ryan Brand. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. On play action, now Carr, eluding the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Throwing again. Carr. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Von Miller in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, it's Carr. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21.
The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On second down, here's Locke. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Ready?
After the penalty, here's Freeman. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Freeman trying to earn some more carries in this Bronco running game as they come up here 1st and 10.
Hey, Orvin, fire.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's got it. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb, his 2nd sack of the night.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
29. 29. Check. Move.
Shotgun now for Carr. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. He'll return it from the 6. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory.
Down. 10 Lobo.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 637. Hey, check Mike. Hey, Zoo. Check Mike 21.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Man open left side is Brown. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. With that grab, by the way, Antonio Brown now over 10,000 receiving yards in his career.
That is an incredible, significant accomplishment. You're saying 10,000 yards? How many other guys have done that in NFL history?
He's the 46th all-time.
And one of the few that are active.
Yeah,
incredible.
There's only a few that are active. He still, though, is a ways away from Jerry Rice, up over 22,000 for the all-time lead.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr rolling to his right. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, but the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Von Miller make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Carr going to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground.
28-yard gain. 1st down, Broncos.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out games,